Number 2, reading aloud your daily text.
更多肉，素 vs 肉第2章。辩论吃肉的议题仍在进行。好客气老师指出饲养动物对环境的一些负面的影响。有一位研读科学领域的学生说，科学能解决这些问题，就好比过去科学所解决的其他问题。好客气老师认为这个想法对于科学家们可能是个好机会。
Hi everybody and welcome back to the second part of our class. It's reading time, but not quiet reading, reading aloud. We have a new article. I will read it first so you can listen to the proper pronunciation. Then it's your turn to read it aloud. By reading aloud, you'll practice your reading, speaking, and pronunciation skills all at once. So let's get going. The article is called More Meat. Here we go. It seems the meat eaters won the debate. Teacher Hao concedes if animal farming can be done humanely, it can play an important role in providing people with the nutrition they need. But is this the end of the debate? Maybe not. Teacher Hao asks, I read that animal farming has a devastating effect on the environment. A student confirms this. Huge areas of the Amazon rainforests are being cut down to make room for beef farms. Also, it takes a huge amount of resources to raise animals. The same resources could grow much more cereal crops and vegetables. Also, the waste from animal farms pollutes the environment, especially water. Not to mention methane coming from the backside of the animals is a major contributor to global warming. So, the pendulum swings the other way. Not so fast, chimes up a science student. He says, if we can build a humane farm, I'm sure we can build a clean and environmentally friendly farm. There is no problem that science cannot solve. Maybe, thought Teacher Hao, but will it be in time to save us from turning into a smoldering heap of animal droppings? Necessity is the mother of all inventions, says the science student definitively. If mankind needs it, science will build it, and it will be built on time. Teacher Hao scratches his head. Science had saved us in the past. Maybe it could do the same for us this time. If scientists are willing to do the work, we should give them a chance. In the meantime, would you like that bucket of chicken, spicy or plain? All right, that's the end of our story. More talk about eating meat. Should we eat meat or should we be vegetarians? Now this time the article doesn't talk about being nice to the animals. It talks about the mess it makes. The environmental harm that happens when we create farms to produce meat, such as beef farms, pork farms, or chicken farms. So, we all know that making farms to produce animals for us to eat is a very messy thing. It pollutes the environment, it cuts down big areas of the Amazon rainforest and other forests as well. And it's messy, it pollutes the water, and the methane, when the animals are digesting their food, it comes out the back end, it also contributes to global warming, which is not very good at all. But then a science student says, well, wait a minute, science can solve this problem. And if you want us to solve it, we'll solve it here and now. Can we believe them? I don't know. we'll have to wait and see. Teacher How would like to give him a chance. So maybe you can try this out, Mr. Scientist, and see if you can solve the environmental mess that animal farms are creating. And in the meantime, Teacher How says, well, would you like some chicken? Maybe would you like it spicy or plain? So in other words, Teacher How is not convinced that from an environmental perspective that we should stop eating meat. But what about you? What do you think? Now that's it for our reading. It's time for you to do your reading. Take some time and read this article aloud. It'll make you think, and it's kind of fun to read this. So read this out aloud to your friends or to your family. And then I think everyone will be very interested in the content. That's it for this part of the class. Let's go on to the next part.